Hello, Mr. Jones. My name is Dante. I'm going to be your nurse to your CNA today, okay? And today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a little bath, a little modified partial bed bath. How does that sound? Sounds good? Oh, very cool, very cool. Real quick, I'm going to go wash my hands and I'm going to gather the supplies, but before I do that, I just want to make sure that I have the right patient. It is you, Mr. Jones. Thank you very much. Now, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go wash my hands and get those supplies, okay? States wash his hands. Come back with my supplies. All right. Looks like there's two bedside tables. This is for your roommate. But this is yours over here. So I'm going to lay my items and supplies down, but I want to do that on a clean surface. So I have the bedside table and I have this barrier to go onto the bedside table. I now have my supplies. Place this right down onto the clean surface. I'm gonna get my bath blanket. I'm gonna get my gown, and I'm going to put that also on my bedside table. I'm gonna place this also on my bedside table. I'm gonna discard these gloves, but I'm gonna get the new gloves since those ones fell. So I'm gonna get 2 sets of gloves. This counts as a set of gloves. This counts as a set of gloves, okay? I'm gonna have those ready for me when I do need them. Now, before I get started, I wanna make sure that the bed, everything here, you're safe. It's still at your lowest level. So if you fall out, you're gonna be okay. I'm going to be right back. I'm just gonna get the water so that way I have it ready for you, okay? I'm gonna go get the basin. I'm gonna go get the water. The water's now in there. I'm gonna check the water. Temperature is good. I'm gonna come over to Mr. Jones. Can you check this water to see if it feels good for you? It does. Wonderful. All right, I'm now gonna place this on the bedside table. I'm now going to make sure that the bed is at waist level, right? So I'm into the bed, I raised it up to waist level. I'm also gonna lie the patient flat. There you go. Now that I'm ready to work on you, Mr. Jones, I'm going to provide some privacy. All right, there we go. I'm gonna get your bath blanket. Since you're at my waist level, I'm gonna place this onto you. Without snapping or shaking the blanket, just unfold it. There we go. Now, if I can ask you to hold on to the corner of that blanket while I hold on to this one, I'm just gonna bring this, your own personal blanket down a little bit so it doesn't get wet and doesn't get dirty. I'm gonna bring this down to about your hips, okay? Maintaining that the rest of your body is covered. Now, I'm gonna get my washcloths. I'm gonna get out of the 4, I'm gonna get 3 of them and put them in the water. I'm gonna have this other one set aside. The soap is also set aside. The towel, I'm gonna place the towel underneath the patient's arm. So I'm gonna place it on the right arm. Just gonna expose just the arm. Oh, and also now at this point, I'm going to remove the gown because I have the bath blanket on. I'm gonna untie the gown, and this towel is set in place for what I'm about to use it for. The gown is, I'm gonna remove your gown, keeping you covered. So what I'm gonna do, how I remove this gown, very much the same way, I don't know if you remember the other skill. Underneath, what's happening is I'm going to roll, I'm rolling this underneath, like in this method. So so you don't see this, but this is what I'm doing to remove the gown. So I'm removing the gown because when I pull the gown out, I want that gown to pretty much be rolled up so it doesn't it's not unraveled and coming in contact with me. This way it's already tight into a ball. And I can take this immediately. This goes into the soiled linen. This must go there. You can't place this on the table. This is gonna go in the soiled linen hamper. So this goes inside. I'm now gonna come over to the patient and place the towel right under their arm. Towels under their arm. Up to where the shoulder, right by the shoulder. This is how you want it kind of stuffed under there, okay? Now, I'm gonna still maintain that the patient's covered. I only expose the patient when I need to, and only this arm was really exposed. This is when my first set of gloves go on. So the first set of gloves are going on. I've donned them. I've donned the gloves. I'm gonna get just one towel. I put no soap in here. Soap does not go in my clean water. But I have my my washcloth. I'm gonna use these, so there's a couple ways you can do this. You can do the mitt technique, the mitt, where you stuff this underneath, and I can use that mitt to do my work, but I don't like this mitt as much as I like the leaf, okay? The leaf technique is gonna be right here into a square, because when I have this, I can wipe, I can fold this, I have a clean surface again. Wipe, clean surface again. Wipe, another clean surface. I even have this backside clean surface, so I got 5. So with this one, I only need the four wipes. I'm gonna start with the eye, working from the inner canthus of the eye to the outer canthus of the eye, okay? So from inner to outer, all right? So I'm gonna go from here all the way out, fold this, so I have another clean side from the inner aspect of the eye to the outer aspect. This one here, I'm gonna go do a whole circle like a clockwork, all right? So I'm gonna go clockwise all around the face, getting that nose. I'm now going to fold this one more time so I can get from the ear underneath the neck to the other ear. And there we go. This is now soiled. I'm gonna make a dirty side of my tray, okay? This is my dirty side, this is my clean side. Dirty is there. Now, I'm going to get my dry towel, my dry washcloth. This one I don't have to fold or nothing. It's just gonna be the one, I'm just gonna pat dry. Just a good little pat dry. That's it, just a pat dry. This is now soiled. I'm now going to start on the arm. So, I have my washcloth. I got my soap. I put the soap on my washcloth. I'm gonna lather this up so everything's nice and lathered. Now, if you can come right over here, I'm gonna show you right here where we have the arm. I'm gonna expose the arm. What I'm gonna do now is I'm going to start from the shoulder to the top of the wrist, all right? So I'm gonna do from shoulder down to the top of the wrist. I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna flip this. I'm gonna get the hand under the palm and in between the fingers. So I'm gonna do the palm, the top of the hand. I'm gonna get underneath the palm and I'm gonna start cleaning in between the fingers. Now that that is done, I'm gonna flip this now to get underneath the wrist, underneath the forearm, underneath the tricep. So I'm gonna get underneath the forearm, tricep, stop. Flip another, now it's time for the axillary, okay? So I'm now gonna clean the armpit. Very good, Mr. Jones. I'm gonna cover you up real quick. Or just keep the arm exposed, I'm sorry, because it's still wet. This is now contaminated. That goes into my dirty side. This is clean water. Now it's time to rinse. Squeeze off. Now what we wash, we rinse. I'm gonna do this now from the shoulder. Go all the way down to the wrist, stop, flip, hand, palm, in between the fingers. Underneath the forearm, to the tricep, stop there with our last one at the axillary. This is now contaminated, goes on the dirty side. Where's my towel located? It's right under the patient's arm, isn't it? This is how I can just go ahead and cover the patient's arm, wrap it up, and just go ahead and dry the arm. We're not gonna rub vigorously on the arm. Just gonna go ahead and just kind of pat dry. Good, right there. All right, now I'm gonna remove the towel. This is now soiled. I'm going to now, I need to place the gown onto Mr. Jones. But I have gloves on that have been soiled, haven't I? So now I'm gonna remove my first set of gloves. I'm gonna throw them gloves into a waste container or waste basket. I'm gonna get the gown to the patient. I'm gonna get the gown, I'm gonna apply this to the patient. Again, without snapping or whipping it. Place it on top of the patient. I'm now gonna put my arm through and assist the patient's arm through the gown. I'm gonna go ahead and walk over to the other side of the bed so I can do the same thing to the other patient's arm. Gonna place this through the sleeve. All right, Mr. Jones, you look like you're much better now. I'm gonna go ahead and secure the strap or the strings behind your neck, and I'm gonna remove that bath blanket. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Now I'm gonna go ahead and roll this away, making sure that you're covered. Fix that real quick. On this is gonna go directly into the soiled linen hamper, where I'm gonna open that and place this inside the linen hamper. I'll come back over to the patient, making sure that the blanket is fully covering you, Mr. Jones. I'm gonna give you your call light, making sure your call light is in reach. I'm gonna get the bed. I'm gonna drop the bed down to its lowest level. The reason is I'm going to take this to the bathroom, and I don't want the patient to fall out of the bed and have an accident while I'm in the bathroom dumping out all the soiled material. So I'm gonna go ahead and lower this to its lowest level. I might even go ahead and adjust the head of the bed so you're more comfortable. Tell me when you're comfortable. Oh, you're good there? All right, Mr. Jones. Very good. I'm gonna go ahead and put on my second pair of gloves. Second pair of gloves go on. Now I can go ahead and take care of all this other stuff here. Real fast, I'm gonna get my soiled linens, or my soiled paper, my washcloths. Those also go into the soiled linen container. I'm going to get the soap. The soap, I'm going to take this soap with me. I'll tell you why. I'm now entering the room, the door of the bathroom. I'm now going into the bathroom with all my material here. I'm going to place this into its trash receptacle. I'm going to put this on the counter just for the meanwhile. I'm pretending that this is now the bathroom. I'm going to illustrate that with this because this water has come from basically just the armpit, the arm, and the hands, and a little bit from the face. So this water doesn't have urine in it. It doesn't have fecal material. There's nothing that is real contaminant about this water. So this, unlike the other waters like perineal or catheter care or urine collection in a bedpan or bedpan material, that content is to be discarded in the toilet only. But this is just water from the armpit and such like that. So this can go into the sink, into the sink in the bathroom. I'm gonna get a paper towel, turn on the sink, rinse it out, pour it, rinse it out, pour it, turn off the sink with the paper towel, throw the paper towel in the trash, and get more paper towels to dry the inside of the basin. Throw that in the trash, get more to get the outside if it's wet. I'm gonna throw that in the trash. Now, I have gloves on, right? I'm gonna place this inside the container. I'm gonna get another paper towel from the bathroom. I'm gonna walk over into the patient's quarters, And I'm gonna open up with the paper towel in my hand, the drawer, placing the basin inside there, into the drawer, closing it with the, closing it again with the same paper towel that I have. Now I've got my gloves and I got a paper towel in my hand. I'm gonna throw this paper towel away in the bathroom, take off my gloves, wash my hands, or sanitize his hands. I'm gonna come back to the patient now, just to make sure your environment's good. I'm gonna open up the curtains. I'm gonna confirm with Mr. Jones that you're safe, that you need anything. Use the call light. Do you need anything while I'm here? You don't? Okay, very good. Bed's still at lowest level. Let me just go ahead and rearrange your bedside table. Maybe I'll bring this closer to you so that is within reach. All right, so Mr. Jones, if you do need anything, you remember what to do. All right, at this point, I'm gonna state wash his hands again because now I'm finished with the task and the skill is complete, okay?